I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
If you're going to talk to me, you have to spell the word brave right. You can't even do that right. Okay? You can't even spell the word brave right. But let me address you because you're getting in the way. And you think you are entitled to talk to me. Say my name, Big J. Say my name. No, you're not entitled to talk to me. See, you have this nerve to believe people supposed to listen to what you got to say. Because you always keep on talking about you always had this fascination of calling people out. Nobody acknowledged you. And because people do not acknowledge you, you create sock accounts. Even though people have blocked you and banned you, you create sock accounts. You got sock accounts doing your dirty work. Whether it's somebody, whether it's you using these sock accounts or somebody, one of your loser friends doing it. But I assume it's a sock account because it sounds like you. Your verbiage, everything match how you write and type and say. That's why people say it's a sock account. See, vocabulary matters. But like I said, nobody is obligated. I'm not obligated to listen to you. That's another thing you need to understand. I'm not obligated to listen to you. Who are you in the grand scheme of things? You think people are supposed to be in that you think you're entitled for other people, to other people. You're not entitled to other people. That's why people see you as a creep. I remember that one time I was going after I was looking at Brandon Tatum at that protest in North Carolina where he pushed that white boy down. And it was a short. It was a short, right? The video was made on a Thursday. You got up there trying to type in my comment section telling me, why ain't you ain't playing? I dare you to play the entire video. I dare you to play the entire video. Why ain't you ain't playing the entire video? As if I'm supposed to be obligated to you. And then when I try to tell you that's a short and the real video came out on Friday evening. The short came out on a Thursday morning, but the main video came out Friday evening. See, and then that's when I should have went ahead and got rid of you. Because you like to make demands on people. Like I got to call you out. Who are you calling out? Let me tell you something. I pay for this internet. I pay for this computer I pay for the electricity that powers the device. I pay for the house that goes above the roof that contains the furniture and the computer. Nobody's obligated to listen to what you got to say. Nobody gives a 2 ounce of a fuck what you got to say. The only reason why I'm addressing you because you got them sock accounts. And let me say something too, nigga. You supposed to be MGTOW, right? How can you be MGTOW, this MGTOW Avenger, this Avenger of the Red Pill, right? Trying to avenge for the men's, for the manosphere. How can you allow a woman, actually two, to manipulate you? Big J, what are you talking about? Let me say something. Because last year on Soul Provider's channel, a certain woman used your video on Soul Provider's channel. Soul Provider, play this video. He's scratching Big J Triple X. You know, Miss Hands on Her Knees. The woman I like to call Miss Hands on Her Knees. Well, Soul Provider is looking for entertainment. She's looking for a grudge. And you, being the dupe that you are, you fell for it. And you thought, well, because Soul Provider played my video last year, and now Soul Provider is playing my video again this past week, oh, you're going to act like he's doing you a favor. When in reality, them niggas look at you as a joke. I'm saying it again. Soul Provider looked at you as a joke while you trying to, and then you told them two white boys over there. You told them two white boys over there that they're looking to me for help. Okay. First of all, I don't know them. That's one thing. Two, you tag Soul Provider and Wacky World. Let me tell you why you did it. You did all that. Because you yourself were looking for help. That's right. You were looking for help. You need Wacky World and you need Soul Provider, because Soul Provider is going to do that trolling shit. And I'm gonna say something about Soul Provider. That shit is going to fuck him up in the end. He doesn't even realize it yet. It's going to fuck him up in the end. All right. Now, it was already bad on that last show. Hold on. Let me make a sidebar argument real quick. I'll get back to you in a minute. But let me make a sidebar argument. I really want to cuss somebody out because she gave old girl and gave Warren a victory by acting a fucking fool. If you're going to if you're going to have the authorities involved, you don't go on a channel to argue with men or women that you calling the police on. Anybody with a brain will tell you to avoid people who is victimizing you. It will strengthen your case. Because a police or a lawyer or a judge can take Soul Provider's live stream, play it, and hear you. But anyway, back to you though, right? Back to the Red Pill Avenger, the Red Pill Clown, the Red Pill Stooge, the Manosphere, the Black Manosphere Reject. I'm back to you now, right? Nobody is entitled. Nobody is obligated to listen to you. And all these little threats. And let's talk about the white boys again, right? Like again, I don't know them. They come to me or they say something to me about you. But here's the thing, right? How come you said something on your you said something on your video the other day when you up in your feelings, by the way, talking about you went all the way to Miami. You said you went to all the way to Miami where one of those white boys are at. Where these white men are at. Then you say, well, they're scared. But when you came to Texas, 2 months after you said you want to put hands and feet on me, you didn't announce where you was at. Why is that? And another thing, while we are here, right? While we're here, since you allude, you want to put hands and feet on Big J Triple X, right? Explain why you went to Texas and say, I don't want to give out my location because I don't want to be. No, wait a minute. You went to the white boys with that shit. You went to Miami for that bullshit. How come you didn't went over here with the shit? See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what your problem is, son. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna call you son because you acting like a little bitch at this moment. You're fighting people who don't care for you, who don't care about you. You're fighting for BGS. You're fighting for MTR. You're fighting for Anton. You're fighting for Hammerhand. And hold on. You talking about the white people though? Hammerhand called Dominic Sharp that nigga over there. You didn't say a word. When MAGA man used the Aunt Jemima syrup and the Uncle Ben's box is talking about black men raping white women, you stood aside, MAGA man, for the better part of 2020. After he did that video, not just one video, he did several videos making racist statements. Shout out to Slippery When Wet because he saved them videos in the archive. By the way, shout to Slippery When Wet for saving that. See, I'm glad there are white men like Slippery When Wet that got MAGA man up and out of here. In fact, they actually put MAGA man in jail in Raleigh, North Carolina. But back to you. You being a stooge. You hate you have problems with black women so much that you went full coon. And yes, let's talk about the word coon. Well, Big J, you only been with Tommy. You always on Tommy's show. Can you put out the proof of that? Now I can only count with one hand the times I've been on Tommy Sotomayor's show, and guess what the topic was? Or better yet, guess what the conversation was? It wasn't about black women though. See, you got that shit fucked up. In fact, though, I think I had the show recorded because I was on Blog Talk the same time Tommy was on Blog Talk Radio, and I was telling him to stop talking about black women. See, I got my video real quick, right? I mean, let me go ahead and show it because unlike you, I can back up what I say instead of saying I remember. I remember. No, 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 no. That's the problem with you niggas. You always say y'all remember shit, but then y'all never prove the shit. It's always I remember you said. I remember you said. No, don't remember. Show it. You know what? Let me play one of my interactions. Right? I'm gonna play one of my interactions with Tommy Sotomayor. Right? You know what? Yeah. Let me play one of my interactions with Tommy Sotomayor, and I'm gonna find the other video. Let me find the other video in a minute.
I have no idea where the link is, everybody. I don't know why the whole show is not playing right now. I'm stuck on this. It won't even show me the time. I can't even tell you the timestamp when this happened.
If I ask a dude if he's gay and that dude says yes, that pretty much ends the conversation. I'm not going to keep saying.
Big J.
I asked you two questions then. The same question, sir. No, why haven't I made a movie when somebody else made a movie when I just told you it was a scam? So why would you then ask me?
You that was me and Tommy talking, right? I was talking about how his movie was a scam. How I said you ain't helping black men out. Oh, but let's go to another video. Let me try to find this other video for you because it's show and tell season, right? It's show and tell on your ass because you can't even sit there and actually compute shit right. Oh, in fact, better yet. Let's look at all the videos about Tommy. Between myself and Tommy, these are all the videos, right? About Tommy. Yeah, some of them is on private. Yes, many of them on private because I went smooth the fuck out, right? So around July 2nd, 2014, right? I made a video with Tommy on this. Guess what, nigga? I mean, what? If you watch this video, which is on private, by the way, but you know what? Let's go ahead and play that video too, right? Let me play that video. But first, hold on. Let me go over here real quick. Because you want to call somebody a punk, right? You want to call somebody a punk, right? Let's go ahead and play it. Let's play it real quick for you. And by the way, if y'all interested in this bullshit with this weird ass nigga here, this nigga's weird. And since he's wasting my time, and time is money for me, right? So send me a cash app. Send me a cash app because you got this weird ass nigga here, right? Got this weird ass nigga. So let me play this for you. You jackball clown. Now I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna talk about getting in front of the camera and shit. Let's play it real quick, right?
Now, I'm glad that I'm tricked. He calls the show. What's up, Big J? That's nuts, Tommy. Now, I'm glad that I'm drinking the water.
Over and over again. Mud. Over and over again. And he never said, we don't do that over here.
The critical right there, Tommy. How can she be interested in that you did what you tried to protect the black woman when
Now, the conversation wasn't about bashing black women. I'm not gonna play the entire video, but it's right here. Okay? But what you need to do is mind the business that pays you. Since you said I'm scared. Since you said I'm this. Since you said I'm that. Right? See what you're not gonna do. No, scratch that. You're gonna do it anyway. You're gonna do it anyway. See, the thing is, you need me, or no, better yet, you need Soul Provider. You're beefing with me so that Soul Provider's messy ass can give you the attention to make yourself relevant in this space. Now I can think of back to the Tommy situation. I only talked to Tommy Sotomayor on his platform 3 times. It has nothing to do with black women as a whole. I'll try and get that nigga to understand you can't just be bashing, you can't be focusing on the black women all the time. And that was on July 2nd, 2014. And I was there because it was Tommy's birthday party in New York, and the Queens 100 was over there. The brother Common Sense and Logic. That's who I was talking about with him over there too. So you need to know what the hell you talking about before you speak. Because you thinking, oh, my supporters is going to be exposed. I'm expose Big J to his supporters. But here's the thing, right? I don't think they give 2 ounces of a damn. They don't give a fuck about that shit. But you do. You see, the thing is, unlike you, I get to call in shows. You don't. Because every time you call in to a show, you get clowned. Because everybody see you as that chihuahua that follows the pit bull, saying, "Where are we gonna go, Spike? Where are we gonna go, Spike? What are you gonna do, Spike?" That's you. You're that chihuahua following the bulldog around the neighborhood, looking for trying to see, because you're weak and you small compared to these niggas online, you trying to get next to these niggas because you got some self-importance. That's you. Because some white boys over there, Hammerhand ain't giving it to you. Maga Man is going in and out of jail. And Maga Man, he might sit there and self, well, the way he been talking the last couple of days, he might sit there and jumped off the table himself. Because you thought, well, I'm gonna hang with him too. See, nigga, you are a black conservative, and you black conservative manosphere types cannot believe you think you can have your way with somebody. Like how you think you can have your way with me concerning here. You think you can have your way by calling me out when you can't even get that shit straight. You can't. How you gonna call me out or anybody else out when you can't even get the facts straight? All you is Rilo. All you is another Rilo. You just like Farillian Rilo. You and him are the same. same outlook, same display of ignorance. Can't even can't even use uh, the proper nouns and pronouns and adjectives and verbs. Don't even know what a subject verb agreement is. That's you. That's you in Rollo. You and Rollo's the same. And let's not forget what you and Rollo is also known for. Or should I say, what you and him was accused of. You and him are the same. And I want you to notice something. Notice I ain't saying your name. There's a reason behind I ain't gonna say your name. Because I don't see you as a human being. See, you failing to forget this. I don't see you as a human being. I see you as a Delta November. Why you over there yelling at ducks on the side of the lake, saying MGTOW this, MGTOW that. Nobody give 2 ounces of a fuck about what you care about. Just like the time when old boy from I forgot his name now, from Chicago, finally got himself a girlfriend. At first he was saying he was MGTOW. I'm man going my own way. Whoa, 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 right? But as soon as he got this woman, I forgot the brother's name, by the way. I forgot his name. He was a light-skinned brother that smokes cigarettes. I forgot his name now. He's up in Chicago. And he had a lovely girlfriend, a living girlfriend, very lovely. I used to call her Denny's because she's always cooking. You know, she always cooked food. I always call her Denny's or some shit. You know, Denny's as the restaurant. Anyway, you got upset about that. MGTOWs ain't supposed to have girlfriends. You made a 2-part video yelling at a man because he had a woman moving into his place. And congratulations to him, by the way. He's now a father with this woman. Him and this lady of the house created the family. They have a child. Congratulations to them now. And I forgot his name, by the way. But back to you. You mad that this man is no longer lonely in the world. You mad about that. You mad about that for at least 2 weeks. See, there's something wrong with you. That's right. There's something wrong with you. There's some major wrong with you. When you get mad that a man find a woman. But I thought you said men going their own way. Well, he went his own way and he found someone he created a family with. Something that seemingly you don't have. Let me say something too while I'm here, right? Because I'm a slow drag your ass. You never revealed not one seminar, not one men's convention, not one conference, not one charity event, nothing. You ain't shown not one video. You said you're for men. You said you're manosphere and you're here to help men out. Then where are the videos of these seminars of you speaking? Where are these charity events that you appeared at? Where are the videos of you speaking at these conferences? Where are you lobbying at? You're nowhere. Because any man who boasts his self-importance unto others would have shown something. You would have shown something. You have not. You're just a sad ass nigga. You see, let me tell you something about this internet. This internet gave people like you the avenue. And it's a sad thing because if this was 40 years ago, or 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, a nigga like you would end up in prison. Yes, you would end up in prison. See, and niggas like you should not be able to be breathing anybody's air, much less mine. You got no business breathing my air. You should be locked up somewhere. Somebody with your mentality should be locked the fuck up. Well, in my case, I think, man, you should burn straight to hell though. But I'll be nice. You should be locked up in jail because you're mad that nobody pays attention to you. And you know what's so sad about you? Let me tell you what's so sad. Oh. And by the way, right? Don't you ever think about playing my shit on your channel. Don't even try that shit. I'm put your heads up on that shit. Don't even think about doing that shit. But back to the point, right? You got all the smoke for me. But who done you the most damage in this space? The last 8, 6, 7, 8 years. Who done you a lot badly in this space? Tommy told you to go to hell. You got no smoke for Tommy. Obsidian said MGTOWs are losers. You had no smoke for Obsidian. Huh? See, you had no smoke for Obsidian when Obsidian told you black manosphere types, get the fuck out the black manosphere. You had no smoke for that. When the dating coach, what's his name? Steve the Dean. When Steve the Dean Williams, that's his name. When Steve the Dean Williams said MGTOW is for losers. Where's the smoke on that? When O'Shea said MGTOW is for losers, it's for this, that, and the third, you had no smoke for O'Shea. He said that O'Shea said MGTOW is a white supremacist thing. You got no smoke for that. Let me tell you why you don't have no smoke for them. Because they have a bigger platform than you. And then you brought your ass over here using Soul Provider because the proximity to Soul, because you want to get on Soul Provider's channel because his proximity to me, and you think and you're gonna use because I ignored your ass, and because you got these sock accounts, which is harassment, by the way, with them sock accounts. Same reason why you got locked up for, by the way. got locked up for sexual harassment. You know. But anyway, back to the point. You thought by getting to Soul Provider and getting to Wacky World and them niggas down the street, you thought, well, let me beef with Big J so I can have some monetization. That's the reason why I don't say your name. That's why I don't mention your fucking name at all. That's why I completely ignore you. Yet you keep spamming my community tab with your bullshit. You keep coming up behind me on some bullshit when nobody is not talking to you at all. You're a weird ass nigga. You're an ugly ass nigga who's mad at the world because genetics did not build you right. Your voice sounds atrocious. Nobody wants to hear you talk. Even your choice of vocabulary words is subpar. Okay? Even your choice of is very subpar. Right, George. Right. You know. So he trying to use Soul Provider, and he know I have a problem with wacky puff of hoe. He thinks so. Oh, I'm just gonna use them so Big J can beef with me, so that Soul Provider, if Soul Provider's a messy bitch ass nigga though, so Soul Provider can sit there and just you know make a spectacle out of it. So Pop Out TV or whoever else would clip this nigga for subs and views. That's what this shit's about. You don't deserve to be mentioned by me. You're not entitled for me. You're not entitled for me to hear you. I'm not obligated to hear what the fuck you got to say. You on the internet trying to cope. MGTOW for you is a coping mechanism. And I'm gonna say something about MGTOW, right? How can and since you said I'm anti MGTOW and shit, right? Which could be true, but I sub to Stardust. Why I respect Stardust over you? Can you explain that? How can I respect Barbarossa over you? Can you explain that? See, these are questions you're not going to answer, right? These are questions you were never going to answer. Martin Goldberg. I respect Martin Goldberg over you. If you was a Martin Goldberg type, or if you was an intellectual like Stardust, I might want to listen to what you have to say. But you're neither of that. You see, you're mad because you don't have charisma. You have no charm. You sound uneducated. You sound fucked up in the head. Your reasoning is off. Every time you talk, you like, man, you're having a stroke. I'm saying it again. Every time I hear you talk, you sound like you're having a stroke. Every time you start a sentence, it's like you're about to have a stroke and fall the fuck out. That's you. Now I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna get up. By the time I go to work this evening, you're gonna do a video at the lake. You're gonna yell at the ducks in the lake. You're gonna yell at the trees. You're gonna yell at the water. You're gonna yell at the the turtles and shit, and you're gonna shame, blame, and explain about why your world is fucked up. Why Big J don't want to listen to you. Yes, Big J does not want to listen to what you got to say because you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about in the first damn place. And that's facts. Okay? You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. And then here's a kicker on that shit, right? You want to talk about, and then you don't. Then one of your videos, you said something about the fact of England, London. I never mentioned England or London to you, but I do one better. I'm gonna do a video on migrants and their effects on sexual assaults in Great Britain. You see, this tells me you are a black coon Negro who's following a white supremacist narrative because that's a Tommy Robinson narrative. You know who Tommy Robinson is? Tommy Robinson is just another white man who's mad that white women in the UK is not talking to him. That's why he went to this anti Arab, anti-Muslim rants for the last 8-9 years. He's just a fascist, a jailbird who wants fascism in Great Britain. See, you fall for it all the time. Anytime, anything that goes against women or any type of woman, you go for it. It could be the Nazis. It doesn't matter. You ask for it. It can be part of a white supremacist narrative. Well, it's proven with you and Hammerhand and MAGA man. What does that make you? A coon. And that's what the fuck you are, nigga. So, I got nothing to say to you. There's better things to worry about than you. You know, I'm wasting, 42 minutes, 43 minutes with this. But I know what you're going to do. You're going to have your sock accounts coming to my channel. You're going to tag Soul Provider. You're going to tag Wacky World of O. You're going to tag everybody else I have a problem with to talk shit about me because you think by them coming at me, that's supposed to give you exposure. And you know what? And since I brought up, since you got pissed off at everybody coming after Kevin, there's a special video coming about Kevin, and what he said might interest you, Mr. Avenger out there, right? But you know what? Let me dial this back again. I gotta dial this back. You said Big J's scared, right? Big J is scared of Big J Triple X. That's who I'm scared of. The only person I'm scared of is me. Because if you're going to keep on pushing me and try to come at me over and over again, do you really want to see that side of me, nigga? Do you really want to see that side of me? But anyway, I know what you are scared of, though. You're scared of a certain potential. You're scared of a certain potential that might happen to you and what might happen to the manosphere. Let me say that again. You can say Big J is scared of you and that you a brave man. And when I say brave, brave is BRAVE. That's how you spell brave. Brave is not BAVE. You can't even spell that right. That's why Louisiana, that's why you come from a sorry state like Louisiana. Louisiana is at the bottom when it comes to education. See, you need, instead of you worrying about what these women are doing, you might want to fix your home state of Louisiana and their fucked up education system. That's what you should be worried about. Can't even spell the word brave. Brave is one of the easiest words to spell. One of the easiest words to spell in the English language. You can't even spell that right. Which are no comprehending, no spelling ass. Do you understand, my nigga? Better mind your fucking business and leave everybody else alone. Nobody ain't talking to you. Notice, I ain't saying your name. That should tell you something. I don't see you as a human being. And when I don't see you as a human being, well, you might want to think about that. If Big J doesn't, if somebody doesn't see you as a human being, well, you might want to reconsidering fucking with that person, bothering that person, sending your little crew and sending your punk ass little getting on your soccer accounts, fucking with that person. If a person don't see you as a human being, you might want to reconsider that. Since you want to talk about going to places and try to fight people and shit, dare people to show up where you at. But when you came to Texas, you didn't dare me to show up. But you went to the white boys and dared them. You went to Miami trying to dare old boy to show up. Because you know the white boys ain't they're not on that time period. I mean when I hold on, they're not on that. See, you feel trapped in social media. You're trying to break out. You're trying to get over 2,000 subs, and you had never your channel, every one of your channels, as far as I know, never went above 1,000, except for today though, right? Because Soul Provider helped your ass out though. Soul Provider and Miss Hands on her knees, him and her helped your channel grow more than 1,000 subs, and you need subs because you trying to put yourself on that Mount Rushmore with Tommy and them. When everybody see you as a joke, you have no charisma, you have no charm, you have no gift for gab, and if there's any woman around you, her pussy dries up. Women don't want to be around you, hearing you talk about you might make that brothers. It's brothers, motherfucker, not brothers. You might want to, and that's a simple English word. You reading rainbow ass nigga. I suggest, man, you leave me the fuck alone. I'm telling you that right now. I suggest, man, you leave me the fuck alone. You found a need because you saw me beefing with Bomb Cherry. You see me beefing with Warren and Danini. You see me beefing with those derelicts of duty. You decided to come through the top rope like a bitch. I want to be a part of it too. I want to jump over the top rope on Big J. No, you're a bitch ass nigga though. Trying to jump in at the last minute so you can soak up the glory, saying, I did it, or we did it. We did it. And every time we use that word we, who is we, my nigga? And if you talk about we as in MGTOW, I don't think Stardust is worried about Big J Triple X. I don't think Martin Goldberg is worried about Big J Triple X. I don't think though Turfling and Monkey or Sandman or Barbarossa or let me see who else? Who else? I don't think nobody is worried about Big J Triple X over there. But you do. And you're scared of the potential what might happen to you. And what might happen to the red pill community. And you're scared of what might happen to your side of YouTube. Because YouTube did not honor its terms of service. YouTube did not honor its community guidelines. And you yourself has a history of going after black women or going after women in general because they are women. And you are a piece of misogynist piece of shit. And that's what it is. So you want to keep calling me a punk? Okay. Fine. Keep on calling me a punk, but I want you to understand. It might come back around you. The time you call me a punk might come right back around, circle back to you. I suggest you think about that, son. I suggest, nigga, you think about that shit. In fact, let me put this up right real quick. I'm gonna advertise, right? I'm gonna advertise myself. I suggest you go ahead and keep on calling me a punk and saying I'm a punk ass bitch. Go, just keep on saying it to your heart's desire. Because all that is a coping mechanism to say you are depressed. You are a MGTOW who is depressed about life, who's trying to what's the term? You're trying to bring you trying you're trying to boost up your self-esteem because life did not give you what you want in life. You know, love, affection, good looks, charisma, the ability to form sentences together, words together. See, you don't have that ability. So you're trying to use this MGTOW to cope. You use the red pill and the manosphere to cope. That's you. And the thing is, you're scared that you're going to be called a hate group. And when I said 2026, I'm talking about the election. Congress might sit there and, you know, because, you know, I do interviews on my channel, right? I do interviews, right? Every one of my interviews. You know what? Let me say this real quick. Let me do this real quick, right? I'm gonna do this real quick for you, right? Because you always miss the plot all the time. Because a lot of y'all slow. I know. A lot of y'all slow as hell. Only you two streets, but blame the inner city education system. Blame the inner city education system and blame Louisiana blamed the southern states for the quality of your education. In fact, let me just go ahead and show this. Let me tell you what like you are scared of, right? You're scared of this. And I'm going to show it. You're scared of this. Because each per person I have interviewed, oh, she just won her seat last night. No, not her seat, but she won a nomination last night. This woman might become the next congresswoman. This guy right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Mr. Roberts People, he just won his seat. So I want to tell you something. I asked most of these individuals about going after the social media companies about hate speech. And you people on your side do hate speech all the time. Misogyny. That's what y'all do all the time. So that's what you are scared. That's why you keep coming after me rather than coming after Tommy who pushed you out. That's why you ain't coming after Obsidian who kicked you out. That's why you ain't coming after Steve the Dean Williams who called you a loser. That's why you ain't coming after Angry Man who told you to scram and said that you are a white supremacist because you're MGTOW. Because the thing is, you more scared of this person who's talking, who cannot cross. I'm a person who cannot cross 2,000 subs. You more worried about me not crossing. Like, how many subs I got? Hold on, let me check myself. See again. I have to remind myself how many subs I have because I don't care about that shit. Like, oh, I got 2,450 subs, so I can barely have 2,000 subs. You more worried about me than them niggas who insult you, embarrass you, talk shit about you, and all of that. You more scared of this nigga who got 2,000 subs, while everybody else who got 4,000, 6,000, 10,000, and up, and they drag you for 8 years, and you got nothing else to say. That's what you're scared of. You're scared of the potential. Now, I suggest from now on, you leave me the fuck alone. And I'm being serious. I'm going to say this again. I suggest you leave me alone. I don't want to hear Big J's a punk. I don't want to hear my name uttered out of your funk ass mouth. I don't want you showing my shit on your damn channel. At all. And the thing is, my nigga, you up in a major city, you couldn't see a therapist for that mental fucked up, for your psychosis. See, the problem is you got a psychosis problem. You might see a psychologist for that. You might want to see a priest or pastor somewhere, a counselor or something. Instead of coming online, trying to shame, blame, explain, trying to cope for the lack in your life. See, let me tell you something, son. You're going to have to accept things in life. That's right. You're going to have to accept things in life. Life isn't fair, right? But you got to grow up and understand that it's not fair at all.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.